Oh, folks, I'm just killing time here. I got an interview with EK Powell from What's Good English in about hour and a half. So on that's on YouTube, not on TikTok. So just burning time till here. Well, till that time gets here. Interested to know what your least favorite Christmas song is. I People do a lot of talk about your favorite Christmas song. That comes up all the time, but I want to know the real stinkers, the one that you absolutely hate. I don't know if it's my least favorite or not, but simply having a wonderful Christmas time by Paul McCartney is just a terrible song. I have no idea why it's so popular. I'm not gray. I can't spell it. Whatever. I'm not Egyptian, and I don't think I look Egyptian either. But I did do one of those ancestry tests a while ago, and no Egyptian listed at all, or anything East African for that matter, or North African. Your take on how the Sen can win the next election? I mean, Dems, I'm guessing. Democrats have to change their messaging and how they relate to regular people. They can't target everything towards professional, managerial class folks. Like college educated urban professionals are only gonna get you so far. I think this was the first election in I can't remember how long where Democrats actually lost the majority of the vote of people who made under 50 grand a year, which is not a good sign. It's not. It's when they say that the Democrats have been abandoned by the working class, they absolutely have. That's which should be the Democrats' bread and butter, but it is sinking. And a lot of that just in how you talk, honestly. You can have the same policies, but if you don't address people, simply having wonderful Christmas time is grating for me. It's terrible. Did you hear me say that? All American rejects? I mean, I'm sorry, all religious rejects? I know I just went there. But yeah, I have no idea how that song became popular. I swear it is just coasting on the fact that Paul McCartney wrote it and performed it, so people seem to love it. But that song is awful. Like if I'm gonna pick between the two Christmas songs by Beatles, it's uh like John Lennon's "This Is Christmas" and Paul McCartney "Wonderful Christmas Time." John Lennon every time. That song, I like that song. Are you a Dem or more left like socialist? More left wing. Jermaine, are you talking about simply? Does anyone like the song "Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time"? I have to know this because if no one likes it, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know how it keeps playing on the air. I don't know how it survived all these years, decades. It's an awful song. Oh no, Barb, you say you don't like Last Christmas? Last Christmas is Chef's Kiss. That song is great. Wow, you were not among friends, Barb. Last Christmas is awesome. Lions or Kings are funny. Thank you. Yeah, that's talking about. Yeah, whew, terrible song. Terrible. Who hates Last Christmas? That song is fantastic. Yeah, Jermaine, me and you, man, we are simpatico. But Last Christmas is like incontrovertibly great. Last Christmas like transcends Christmas song. It's a song about hope and heartbreak. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. The very next day you gave it away. It's great. You know, George Michael died on Christmas Day, which is kind of weird. That's just kind of odd little factoid. Spanish Christmas songs are more sad than happy. The only Spanish Christmas song I can think of is Feliz Navidad, and that song is pretty happy. The Illuminati castrated me. All right. Feliz Navidad does slap. That song's great too. You know what Christmas song always got me? It's the Happy Holiday song where they sing about there'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for roasting, and caroling out in the snow. Scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmas is long, long ago. The scary ghost stories line was always odd, right? That do any of you guys tell scary ghost stories at Christmas? Whenever I say this, a lot of people say, "Well, what about the Christmas Carol?" The Christmas Carol is not a scary story. It's not, and that's one story, by the way, with one or two scary moments. It's not a scary story. Baby It's Cold Outside was always weird to me. You know, I didn't even catch that Baby Cold Outside was weird until I was an adult and I started seeing, articles on the internet about, oh yeah, this guy's kind of pressuring. This is kind of creepy. Putting stuff in her drink, yeah, not cool. Not cool. I never loved Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. I don't know why. I guess it's funny and everything, but it never really seemed all that great to me. I don't know what the big deal was. I guess it's a funny concept, but the song is pretty mediocre if you ask me. Ugh. Carol the Bells goes hard. My God, by Trans Siberian Orchestra. Carol the Bells is fantastic. That song, Carol the Bells, I can't remember who said this a long time ago. I heard about it. Kind of the quote right, but they said that Carol the Bells sounds like being trapped in a fun nightmare or something, and which is a great way to describe it. It's just, and by the Trans Siberian Orchestra is very good too. But Carol the Bells is fantastic. I've yet to meet a person who doesn't like Carol the Bells. It's great. Oh Holy Night is a great one too. I love Oh Holy Night. I love Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Joy to the World's pretty good. Mary Did You Know? That's a good one too. I love Mary. Actually, I really like most Christmas songs. There's very few that I don't like now that I think about it. They're really good. I should change this to what's your favorite Christmas song because that's a lot easier conversation to have, honestly. Feliz Navidad is your least favorite. Cool, Shane. Ooh, boy, that's a good one. Thoughts on Lennon? I don't know. What do you want to know about Lennon? I am the walrus. That's a Big Lebowski joke for those of you who didn't catch that. By the way. You're supposed to respond, no, Donnie, V. I. Lenin, Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov. What's going on, Dresses and Swords? What is up? I mistitled this live. I should have called it your favorite Christmas song because it's actually hard to think of bad ones now that I really think about it. It's essentially Simply Having Wonderful Christmas Time, a song that I really hate. And what was the other one that I despised? Can't recall it. Most of them go pretty hard. Jingle Bells is buns. All right. I may have to agree with you there. Jingle Bells is not a great song. If it weren't carried by the Christmas season, no one would really like Jingle Bells. That's a fair point. I mean, I don't dislike it, but if I'm to look at this objectively, it's bad. TikTok has been keeping you off my For You page for a while now. Good to see you. Yeah, it happens, you know. Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of odd how I do hear that every now and then, but who knows how the algorithm works. It's just anyone's guess, you know. I still make content, although I haven't been making much as I used to. I used to make probably 3-4 videos a week. Now, maybe 1 or 2. You know, a lot of times I'll just post stuff from the left wing. TikTok really doesn't like those videos. They don't like that. TikTok likes regular record with your phone videos, but I usually have to look up my Black content creators. Oh, wow. That's it. Silent Night, Temptations, probably the best Christmas song. I'm pretty sure I've heard this song because my dad had a Temptations Christmas album, and I remember them, but everyone's having a hard time jumping out at me. I do love the Temptations, though. Yeah. So I was trimming my facial hair, and I didn't check the setting on it, and I shaved off like half my mustache. So I just kind of buzzed it down, and I'll have to wait a couple weeks for it to grow back. Yeah, you figure I would be good at this now. I've been shaving for decades, and I still F it up every now and then. I should just check the setting on the trimmer. So yeah, that's why it looks off. I don't like it either. All right, I thought I had a Mandela effect going. Nah, nope. Going. This is how I looked in high school. I don't like it. Or in the army. Oh no, actually, I didn't. I had a lot shorter hair. But baby face TJ here. The hair makes it work. Yeah. It's not awful. It doesn't look terrible, but I still rather have the facial hair back. I saw my friend Noah hopped on. I don't know if he's still on here, but he can attest to it that oh, my sister's on too. Hey, what's going on? Noah's laughing at me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember one that I hate. I can't believe I forgot this. It's "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." I hate that song. It's because it sounds so condescending. Like, can you imagine telling anyone in real life, "Oh, have yourself a merry little Christmas"? I No, go f yourself. That's have yourself a nice little birthday. Just like that little in there just really bothers me. I don't know how everyone doesn't think that when they hear that song. Ever since the first time I heard it, I've despised it just because it just sounds so rude. Ugh, God, I hate that. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now, you and your little family. Yes, go to hell. I hate that. Mm. What's going on, Goofy? Goofy Wise, you got to come on to our show. You've been matter of fact, John mentioned you last episode. We were doing one with Destructo Jugo, and we said, hey, we got any Goofy Wise back in the show. And Destructo Jugo was like, oh, Goofy Wise is a leftist? Like, yeah, man, he's one of us. He didn't know. He was happy to hear that. He was we mentioned Jingle Bell is overrated. Jingle Bell Rock isn't bad though. I mean, it's kind of corny and outdated or whatever, but Jingle Bell, just let me know. All right, no problem. I'll send you a message afterward. Is there a separate holiday called Right? I know. Oh wait, what? No, there's not. Okay, he's effing with me. I just there is no separate holiday called Little Christmas. I'd love to have you on my pod. Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me know. Yeah, reach out. I'll have your people get with my people. We'll get it together. Oh, this one you guys may not know. Queen, Thank God It's Christmas. I don't like that song. I don't. And I like a lot of Queen songs, a lot of them, but there's a reason it's not super popular in the United States, at least. It's not a good one. There definitely is a little Christmas supposed in Scandinavia. I don't think that, who was she? Tallulah Bankhead or whatever was singing "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" to Scandinavian populations. I might be wrong about that, socially liberal, but I'm gonna lean pretty heavily that when she made that movie for the American audience, it wasn't specifically for Scandinavian or Scandinavian Americans. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. And when it's played or sang today, people aren't referring to that. But yeah, Queen's "Thank God It's Christmas." Not a great song. Not great. Little Drummer Boy, that's a good one. Little Drummer Boy is a good song. A weird one, but pretty good. Let's see. It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year is a fantastic one. That one, goddamn, that one's good. The Lord is that Little Christmas is when the wise men actually arrive. Oh, I don't know. The lore is that Little Christmas when the wise men actually arrive. You know what? That's actually the funny thing is. So what social liberals are referring to is that it's interesting that the Christmas holiday is meant to celebrate the birth of Jesus. And so the wise men brought Jesus gifts and everything. And so we give gifts on Christmas. But like what social liberals are referring to, the wise men did not show up when Jesus was born. Because remember, the wise men came from the Orient. They came from like Persia or something. So by the time they got to Jesus, he would have been a toddler or something. So they're two separate events: the birth of Jesus, or the time of the birth of Jesus, and the arrival of the wise men. They came a lot later. So I guess that's what he's talking about with Little Christmas, as in the Scandinavian culture. I like Krampus. That's like a Northern European Christmas thing. They seem to have a lot of fun with that. Having an evil Santa kind of makes regular Santa more fun, if you ask me. Never seen you live. I don't do lives terribly often because I tend to get kicked off of them. You know, I try it and TikTok doesn't like it. So I'll be on my best behavior. I like Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer and the Weird Al Christmas song. I don't know the Weird Al one. I don't like Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer. It's okay. I guess it's funny, like a funny concept, I guess. I love watching 2015 Krampus on Christmas. It's such a good, fun movie, especially the first several minutes. Easy E, Merry Mother Effing Christmas. Oh, Easy E. Okay, Easy E's Merry Mother Christmas. Okay, so no, it's all right. My aunt just died in a car accident an hour ago. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Lions are kings. Let's see. I love the claymation Christmas movies. You know, like the Santa Claus is Coming to Town one, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, those stop motion animation ones from the 70s or whatever. I love those. I can't get enough. Those are my favorite Christmas movies to watch. Violent, right? Oh, Violent Night. Is that a song? I know that one. It's a movie. I love a clever title too. Violent Night is good. Movie, yeah. It's good. I've heard of it. I've never seen it, but I did. I will watch a movie just for a clever title. Like even if the review's bad, it's like, oh, it's a clever title. I kind of like that. Big fan of puns and all that. It's actually a decent Christmas movie too, not like just action. Huh. I will look into that. Add it to the list of Christmas films. One thing I'm happy here is that no one has mentioned "All I Want for Christmas Is You" because that song is great. People complain about it every year. I have nothing. I'll stop that dead in its tracks. That is a great song. Love your videos, bro. Thanks so much, Kay. I try my best, you know. Like the Grinch. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. That's a funny one, right? That's pretty good. Blue Christmas by Elvis isn't bad. Not my favorite by a long shot, but it's not bad. Oh, The First Noel. That's a good one. I love The First Noel. I'm an atheist, but I love all the classic religious Christmas songs. They're really good. What Child Is This or Green Sleeves? That's a good one. I have no idea why it's called Green Sleeves. I feel like I should know that, but being how it's one of my favorite Christmas songs. Religious Christmas songs hit the right places. They do. Religious. I mean, they've had plenty of time to make good ones. So yeah, it's not a surprise. But over hundreds of years, you honed that craft really well, and religious Christmas songs just hit, man. No one they can't. Yeah. So yeah, if you're up here saying that, oh, I hate everything about Christmas, even the songs, you're lying. You're lying. Those songs are great. Oh Holy Night slaps so goddamn hard. Like Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Oh man, it's a good one. Christmas by Darlene Love is a great song. Oh my God, hold on. Is that the one I think it is? Let me see. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even know about this song until very recently, a few years ago. Which I guess everyone knows it, but I didn't know, and I hate it. I hate it. I, yikes. I know a lot of people do, but that's another song in fact, I was trying to think of it earlier today about songs that I hate because I remember hearing it. I saw it on an episode of Todd in the Shadows. I don't know if you guys ever watched that YouTube channel, but it's really good. And he did a whole episode on it, and I had never heard it. And a lot of people didn't. Hey, Alex, a lot of people tend to like it though. Not old TJ. TJ is an old man yelling at cloud air. No, I love most old Christmas songs. That song though, or newer Christmas songs, I guess that won't be. That was probably like 40 years old, which is funny. That's a newer Christmas song, but song just doesn't hit. I would just say how much I love Last Christmas. That's a great song. All I Want for Christmas and You, even better is You, even better song. Well, pretty close actually. So I don't mind new Christmas songs unless they're good, but man, that one by Darlene, what's her name, doesn't do it for me at all. I still go to church on Christmas Eve at midnight for the traditional carols. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, hearing the choir sing it would hit pretty hard too. Those old. Did you guys ever watch that show Midnight Mass on Netflix? If you watch, it's a great horror show, and the music is great. The music is, in fact, you know what? Going out beyond the Christmas songs, a lot of church hymns are really good. Listening to all the hymns that they sang in that show was great, and hearing it sung by a competent choir, loved it. Church hymns, a lot of them slap real hard, and a lot they're really good too if you don't listen too much to the words. You listen too closely to the words, they might start to freak you out. Like, there is a fountain filled with blood drawn from Emmanuel's veins, and sinners plunge beneath that flood, lose all their guilty stains. Creepy, right? Creepy. Are you washed in the blood, in the soul cleansing blood of the Lamb? Are your garments spotless? Are they white as snow? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? That's pretty weird too, right? So yeah, don't listen too much to the lyrics, but listen to the music. But sometimes the lyrics really hit too. The lyrics really hit hard. Ugh. Like in Hark the Herald Angels Sing, a song I brought up like 10 times so far, but I love that line where it's veiled in flesh, the Godhead see, hail incarnate deity. Adam's likeness now effaced, stamp thine image in its place. Writing was good. Writing was good. Holds up. Bach was just writing for Sunday service most of the time. He was an overachiever. Gotta love the overachievers, making the rest of us look bad. Free as man with men to dwell, Jesus our Emmanuel. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Adam's likeness now efface. Stamp thine image in its place. Born to raise the sons of earth, Jesus our second birth. Is that right? Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Veiled in time, behold him come, offspring of a virgin's womb. Oh, serenaded by TJ Watt, Make Breakfast. Oh yeah, I know it's they're great songs, right? They're great songs. Oh, thank you for the rose, Alex. I appreciate that. Mm. Just like at the opera. Last Christmas is my least favorite. I used to work retail, and it would play and drove you insane. Mac D, we are not on the same page. I love me some Last Christmas. Is it your least favorite because you heard it over and over again, or because you think it's a bad song? Like, if you didn't work retail, would you think it was bad? Because wow, song is amazing. I can see being sick of it, but musically, whew, slaps. George Michael really knew how to write. Man, he did. He did. I was talking about how he died on Christmas Day and how weird that was. Over and over, it was every 4 songs. Well, I mean, all right, but did you not like the song already? Or do you think it's a bad song? Or are you just sick of hearing it because you heard it a million times? Those are 2 different things. I was just curious. In the Bleak Midwinter, there's one I don't like. I don't like In the Bleak Midwinter. Oh, Come All Ye Faithful. That's a good one. Can't believe I hadn't thought of that one so far. Someone in my college dorm tried to learn the sax solo of Careless Whisper, and that was hard. Yeah. Careless Whisper is a great one. Not a bad song. They just water tortured us with it at Walgreens overnight show. That's what I thought. It's easy. What are you talking about? Oh, Sisyphus is a saxophone player, it seems. I wouldn't know. So wouldn't know. Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye, come ye. Learned it in 5 minutes. We're all very proud of you, Sisyphus. My man always destroying Trump supporters, and I love it. Oh, I mean, they do it themselves. What are you gonna do? It's just, I don't know. It is fun, but what's the value in it at this point? I mean, I was actually really, really disappointed that all the time we all spent out pointing out how terrible Trump was, all the terrible things he said. I really believe that it's just like, well, people just knew that they'd reject it. And about the same number of people said, nope, we actually like it. We actually like it. A few more, actually. In Dulce, Jubileo Literary Classic. Oh, I don't know that one at all. What does that mean? Dolce means like sweet or something. A sweet party? I don't know. What does that mean? Alex, I know that song. They're destroying themselves now. Yeah, what are you gonna do? A lot of people keep talking about, oh, the Trump supporters going to F around and find out now. And they're not going to learn their lesson. They're not. They want bad things. So when bad things happen, yeah, they'll be cool with it. They really don't care if costs go up or if the economy is worse. They just like, oh, they'll blame someone else. They certainly won't blame Donald Trump. They never will. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. I'm doing good, Nick. In fact, yeah. Trumpers never care. Yeah, they don't care about policy, man. They care about presence and affectation. And it's just the American economy could just like be reduced to cinders on Trump's 6th month in office, and they'll still say it wasn't his fault. It just never is. They won't be finding out because they would have to have the capacity to learn a sweet jubilee. Okay. It's a middle-aged Christmas carol arranged by Bach. I don't know that one. Did they not hear that call with that Georgian politician? I didn't hear that one. With whom? Was it with Trump and a Georgian politician? I'm not aware of that one. Are you saying George? Okay, are you talking about Brad Raffensperger or Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia? When you said Georgian politician, I was thinking of the country of Georgia for some weird reason instead of the state. But if you talk about Brian Kemp, yeah, they heard it. They don't really care. I guess they're only into border policies because it's funny when you talk to someone who's from, Kansas, and their number one issue is the border. I don't know. Secretary of State, find me the votes. Yeah. Do you think RFK Jr. will be confirmed? Yeah. Were they saying they weren't? I haven't heard anyone. I think the Republicans will confirm anyone Trump puts up. Will inflation increase under Trump? Probably. Well, I mean, it'll keep happening. Like, because right now inflation, if I remember right, it was like at 2.3 or something. I think it's the inflation level that we'd like it to be, because some inflation is always good, and which is why the Fed cut rates, because you always want a little bit of inflation. So they certainly don't want it to go down. That's the thing, is that I don't know. We're not going to have deflation. At least we shouldn't. Having deflation is actually bad for the economy, believe it or not. We cooked. We cooked what? Oh, are we cooked? Yeah, in the short term, we are. And no other way to put it. We just kind of are. Wish I had better news. Why did Trump win? Trump won because, well, Biden was an unpopular president. The messaging from the Democrats has never been particularly good. It's something I talk about all the time, that lefty messaging. And leftist messaging isn't all that great either. I'm not giving us a pass here. A lot of the language that we use is unnecessarily academic and purposefully confrontational. We get really obsessed with nomenclature. We're like, the actual word you use is really important and not necessarily the message. I talk about that all the time. And a condescending tone toward folks. And people say, well, the Democrats haven't abandoned the working class. Yes, they have. They have. And the proof is in the votes. For the first time in decades, the Democrats lost the majority of people who make 50 grand and less a year. That's the working class. I mean, the working class is more than that, but when people say working class, what we're talking about. So you have to cater your message, and that doesn't mean you have to abandon your principles. That's not what I'm saying. You can have all the same principles, but talk like a regular person. Don't talk. That's something Trump, we make fun of the way Trump talks and everything and how he's a moron and stuff, but he does speak to people in a way that's relatable to them. And you can do so without sounding like a fourth grader, obviously, but Bernie Sanders is a good example of that. Now is a good time to make major purchases. Are you going to see the Lord of the Rings? Oh, what is that word? No, I'm not familiar with that, so probably not. Rory? I have no idea what that is. Is that a TV show or something? I haven't heard of new Lord of the Rings coming out. Oh, it's an anime. No, I haven't heard about that. Lord of the Rings fan base really killed it for the same reason that Star Wars Orthodox is. Really? They make Lord of the Rings an anime movie. It's in theaters now with mixed reviews. I had no idea. I had no clue. Lord of the Rings would be that's a pretty good idea. Like that's a property, whatever anime. Eddie Winslow, how the heck are you? You know, it's funny you say that you're all variants. When I was a kid, I was called Eddie Winslow all the time. I get that less as an adult. As an adult, I get Anthony Anderson more. But as a kid, people would always say, "Oh, you look." And every now and again, people will say I look like Eddie Winslow, probably because of the shaved facial hair. Lots of racist comments about they hired a black actor to play elves. Wait, I thought it was an anime. They get mad at a black voice actor? God, that's real. Wow, that is real dedication to racism right there. That you're mad at a black voice actor. Wow, that's they're putting in work. Is single men crisis a real thing? No, it's not. It's not. It's weird how much of a big deal this obvious skill issue is. Like someone give me a good reason why it's my problem if some guy can't get laid, right? Why is that my problem? That is a great. And the only thing that could be is a you problem if you can't get laid. I don't know. It's just odd that's a national conversation. Oh, dudes can't have sex. Like, well, get better at it. Get better. A lot of the times they're just cowards, honestly. Really, that's what it comes down to. Like you talk to a lot of these guys or look in these forums and stuff, they've been so brain broken by red pill content or porn or the internet or whatever that they think the only guys who can have any success with women are rich dudes that are 6'4" and have six packs and nice cars and high paying jobs. That's what they think. They think, well, I don't have the right, jawline to eyebrow ratio and women won't find me attractive. And they just don't, they get mad. They get preemptively mad at women. They never go up and talk to women. They never ask them out. They don't even get that far. They go an entire year without asking anyone out, and they're mad that they don't have a girlfriend. That's what it comes down to. These folks are cowards. So and it doesn't help that a lot of society is just more and more isolated. People don't go out and talk to people anymore. So the less you talk to people, the worse you are at it. And you're just going to get worse and worse sitting in your house all day, playing video games, watching X videos. Like you're not going to get any better. So look at all the guys who are in relationships that you know. And I always say this, that think of all the women you know. All the women you know who are in relationships, pretty much all of them are like exceptionally, ridiculous, hilariously more attractive than the men that they're with. The men that they're with are regular guys. Like all these women who are in happy relationships, they're with regular guys, regular jobs, regular body types, regular levels of attractiveness. It's fine. Guys just need to put in the work. It's fantasy, no less. We can't even exist in an image. I know, right? I know. Yeah, that's the funny is that black people in sci-fi is pandering. Oh, you can't have that. Why would we have black people? Black people in fantasy is pandering. They don't want black people anywhere. Men refuse to improve and then whine about their victimhood. Who came up with red pills? You mean you mean the content or the term? I'm not sure what you're referring to, Adam. Yeah, it is from the Matrix, which is also funny because the Matrix is a trans allegory from the Wachowskis. And when they say take the red pill, they're so if you're talking about the actual, yeah, so that if you're talking about the actual metaphor in the Matrix, when Morpheus offers Neo the red pill, he's like, okay, I'm going to show you reality. The red pill will show you the real world. The blue pill will keep you in the fake world, the one that's been planted in your brain. So red pill content says we're going to expose the way the world actually is. Like you've been fed a fantasy. And the poisonous part about red pill is that 25% of what they say is absolutely correct. And that's how you lead people into a pernicious worldview by, leading them on with the truth here. And an example of that is that a lot of boys grow up being told this fantasy, this lie that if you want to get married one day, what you need to do is pick yourself a woman that you're attracted to, who you want to date, and just be really nice to her. Just shower her with gifts and compliments, and that'll work. That'll get you. It doesn't. It doesn't work at all. And like you watch a sitcom or something or a romantic comedy, it's like, oh, look at this. You just you play the nice card over and over again, and that's gonna work. No, it doesn't. And so when they get older and it doesn't work, they feel betrayed. So the red pill guy said, well, listen, that's not true. That doesn't work. What you need to do, which is true, is work on yourself. Work on yourself. Be the best version of you that you possibly can. That's attractive not only to women, but also to men and to coworkers and people in your social setting. And what guys do is they give up before they reach that point. And if you're confident in yourself and you're happy with who you are, that's going to make you a lot more attractive to people. And that part is 100% accurate. But then the red pill guys go off in this weird misogyny tank to say, well, here's also the red pill that women can't handle responsibility. Women are less intelligent. Women shouldn't be, granted these rights, and they just feed them this garbage. And that's what they mean by the red pill, that this is the actual world, and it's awful. We definitely know when we're being pandered to, and we speak on it. I don't think Lord of the Rings is it. Why don't Republicans have media literacy? Because Republicans aren't very good at nuanced thinking, and media literacy relies on you looking at subtext, and they only want to look at text there. At least not the voice actor. If you got the voice, you got the right. I know. Share an interest with her and spend time doing that interest. Yeah, there's reciprocity there. If you guys are, I don't know, it's like talking to women, just like talking to anyone else. Honestly, it's the same thing. It's if people like who you are and you have shared interest and you got to be likable. This is another thing too with a lot of these guys. Honestly, I see this not just with young men, but with a lot of people today. They kind of take pride in the fact that they don't talk to people. Oh, me, I just sit home all day. I don't have time. I don't like people. I don't have time to interact, and I hate people. Okay, good for you. Good for you. But a major part of being a human being is interactions with others. We would die if we didn't have that. You should be decent at talking to people, right? Like you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be awesome. But if you're bragging about how much you don't like people, you're a sociopath. Not something you should be happy about. Married 21 years, very few shared interests. We just respected each other's interests. Yeah, yes. Well, very few what shared interests? Oh, I see what you're saying. You're married 21 years and you guys have very few shared interests. Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine dating someone who had no shared interest with me. That would be weird. I'd imagine, you said few, so there'd be some. There's got to be something there. Just wanted to say I've been following your account for a while now and appreciate you, bro. Oh, thanks so much, Paul. Man, I appreciate it. Be honest though, you like Wolfie better than people. Nah, Wolfie's up there. I mean, Wolfie's up there, but he's there's people I like more than Wolfie. He's great though. Wolfie is Prince Wolfie. He's sitting in I'm surprised he's not yelling actually. He's usually yelling when I'm talking on lives or Zoom calls or on the phone. If you can change Democrats, what would you do? That list is way too long. I'd make them adopt policies that would actually help people. Like universal health care would be an easy one. It'd be a real easy one to go for. I would detach their psychotic dedication to the military industrial complex. It would be things that are like 5 or 6 levels deep, but adopting universal health care would be number one because it's just such an easy, obvious positive for the United States. I never asked the girl out. Is it over for me? Arkansas 453. No, it's not over for you. Ask one out today. Just do it, man. Just that's the thing. Like these guys, I don't know how old you are, Arkansas, but no matter how old you are, just talk. You know what? You don't have to start with asking about. Just talk to them. That's what I find a lot of these guys. They just don't talk to women at all, and they get too scared to ask them out, and they spend their entire lives being mad about something that they don't have to be upset about. And look, asking someone out is scary, right? It's, I sent an invitation to someone on accident, whoever that was, didn't mean to. It's scary, I get it, but that's part of life, you know? You're going to sit around and wait for women to ask you out? Is that what you want? You have a tell your left eyebrow raised when you think you might be banned for what you say. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I didn't notice that, but I've been banned so many times, it's absurd from TikTok lives. I barely do them anymore because of that reason. I talk to them, but I'm scared as fuck to ask them out. What if they say no, then clown you? Yeah, it's a risk you take, right? No, what do they say? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. You might be, that probably won't happen. If you're a normal person and you said, hey, you know, I like you, I like to spend some time with you. Would you want to sometime? Most people, 99 out of 100 are going to be flattered. Oh, that's really cool that you're attracted to me. You want to spend time with me. That makes you feel good. In fact, most of them still are going to feel bad about telling you no. They're going to say, oh, I'm really sorry. They'll make up a lie or something. But yeah, they might clown you, but they might not. I mean, you can't let that fear rule your whole life. Do you live your entire life that way? I'm not going to drive in that car. What if I get an accident? I'm not going to take that job. What if I get fired? I'm not going to wear that, my clothes. What if I look stupid? You can't live your life like that, man. And women certainly don't respect it. Like if they want the truth here, like no woman out there is thinking, wow, I really want to be with this meek guy who's afraid to take risks and afraid to ask people out. That kind of attitude will get you nowhere. You could wait around for women to ask you out. It's been known to happen, but not what I would recommend. I don't want to go out is my problem. It's much more comfortable at home. That's cool. Hey, that's cool. Fine. It's fine. I can't make you. I appreciate your words, bro. No problem, man. No problem. That's but just do it. Like you can ask a billion people how to do this. It's a waste of time. Don't just go out and do it. And a lot of guys will say, this is something that comes up a lot where they'll say, oh, well, I can't even ask anyone out anymore because what if I come off as a creep? What if I come off as, creepy and weird? You might. I got nothing to tell you there. That's a risk you take whenever you talk to anyone. And as long as you're being sincere and you're being honest and you realize we're all part of a relatively intelligent mammalian species. We can figure out patterns. You notice real quick, oh, this seems to turn people off. This seems to scare people away. This seems more effective than that. It won't take you long. What you can't do is fail and then go cower in a corner somewhere saying, oh, well, it's too bad. She said no, or she thought I was weird. Yeah. Feel sorry for yourself all you want. It won't get you any dates. I'm too weird. I'm only into just as weird girls who are making the same choice right now. So what's your solution, Sisyphus? Like what's your solution to this problem? Or do you consider it a problem, I guess? If you don't consider it a problem, then it's fine. But do you consider it a problem? And if you do, how do you propose to ameliorate the situation? other than going out and talking to people. Would you agree that if the right diminishes, the left will be bought by corporate America? It already is. I'm comfortable with myself enough to be fine. Okay, there you go. Then yeah, that's cool. If that's the situation you're in, then no, that's fine. I'm not going to tell someone to not do something that makes them happy. But I was talking to guys who want to be in relationships, then you got to move out of your comfort zone. But if you don't, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong. I have a crush on a girl at Starbucks. I mean, that's a that's a little I wouldn't recommend hitting on someone. Like if you go to that Starbucks regularly, right? And that's just your thing, you like going to the Starbucks all the time. I actually wouldn't recommend that, because if that goes south, then you're not going to go to that Starbucks again, right? Like people, that's a riskier one. But you know what? Don't even, in fact, just practice talking to people. That's it. Like, a lot of guys will get focused on one person. Oh, I have to ask this girl out. I need to make her my girlfriend. No, that's not how this works. Not how this works. Like, if you do that, they're going to sense the desperation on you. They will. Anyone can. It's easy. You can tell when someone is absolutely desperate. And when you're a woman, like I would know. But I imagine if you're a woman and a guy comes on to you really desperately, that's terrifying. Because now, if you turn him down, you don't know what this guy's capable of. You don't know if he's a psychopath. You don't know if he's going to stalk you. So if you're a guy who's just absolutely laser vision, on someone, that can be pretty off-putting. A lot of these guys who think they want to be in a relationship don't know what that means. Most people don't. Being in a relationship there's no practice for it. Like once you're in, you know. If you don't, someone else will get it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like women aren't going to wait around for you to find yourself. And the thing is, you'll feel better about yourself. That's honestly, like, if you're someone who wants to be more socially active, it's like, if you want to get better at push-ups, I got news for you. The only way to do that is to do push-ups. So asking other people how to be more socially active won't help you. You need to become socially active. Just start small. Go out, like in your regular day, say hi to 5 people. That's it. Or as you're walking, say, hi, how you doing? Hey, how's it going? No chance that conversation could go poorly. No chance at all. Try that for a week. Say hi to 5 people every day, all week. Then next week, add a question to it. Hey, how are you doing? Or add a compliment, even better. Like, I love your jacket. Don't be weird with the compliment. Like, make it a compliment that's nice and benign. And the conversations will start flowing from there. Just get a little bit better every time. And the more you do it, the less weird it's going to be. Let's see. It's work and responsibility, and they couldn't handle it. Oh, relationships. Yeah, relationships are work and responsibility. Yeah. Usually when we wait on them to find themselves, they go and find the next girl. Not these guys. Not these guys. Not the guys we're talking about here. The guys we're talking about here don't find anybody. The guys we're talking about don't find anybody. It's true. There's guys out there who go like years without relationships, without sex, without a kiss, without holding hands. There's a lot more people than folks would guess. And it's because they just don't have the courage to do something about it. Make sure the compliment is something they chose. That's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one. Like it's a jacket they picked out, or earrings they wore, something like that. Being complimented for something you were born with doesn't hit quite as hard, But I give that advice for pretty much any social setting that you want to improve, or social situation you want to improve. There's no chance this hurts you, by the way. Like if you do this, and let's say your goal should not be to get a girlfriend. That shouldn't be your goal. Your goal should be the best version of you that you possibly can. But getting better at human interaction, at face-to-face conversation, only improves your life. There's no chance it makes it worse. Zero. you'll be seen as a better coworker. You'll be seen as a better friend, as a better family member. People want to be around you more. More opportunities will open up for you. That's just, human beings are made to be social creatures. That's a biological imperative that we all share. So focusing on that and maximizing your skill points and social interactions, there's no downside at all. Learn to tell a joke. I get that humor is kind of innate for a lot of folks. Some folks are just born with being able to craft jokes very well. Not everyone's good at it, but learn to tell a good joke. That'll do wonders for you. Essentially, be someone that think about, like, don't think about like how I can get this girl to date me. Think, why would she want to date me? Think about it that way. Like what do you have that would be alluring to a potential partner? And if you can't think of anything, then why would they date you, right? There is some version of, and then think, is there some version of you out there that you imagine someone would want to date and become that person? If I had the choice between a social activity and a non-social one, I'm picking. Yeah, look, if that's what makes you happy, sis. But yeah, I'm not trying to. I mean, if you found a lane that makes you happy, go for it. I mean, who am I to say? But I'm just saying in general that folks who capitalize on social events and can perform well at them, or that's it. You know what? It's not that you don't need to become an extrovert. Not everyone can, but if you learn to be comfortable in a social setting and effective, that's what's going to help out a lot. Or it won't hurt. I'll put it that way. Because times will come when you'll be forced to be in social settings, right? There's no one lives in a cave their entire life. You will have to interact with people at some point, face to face. And if you have that skill set, it'll pay off big dividends. Unfortunately, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I mean. It's I get wanting to be alone. I do a lot of times too, but you know, that's life on planet Earth as a human being. And there's no way around it. Oh boy. All right, folks, I get ready for a live I'm doing on YouTube with What's Good English, in case you guys follow him. Also, you guys should follow me on YouTube. Powers Taken Not Given, also on YouTube. So I do lives every once in a while, but catch you guys later.